Hey, Baba. How are you? How are you?
Good morning, class. Is anything happening?
Good morning.
Yes. Chief Enyi. Okay, Joseph.
Hello,
Okay,
Mr.
Joseph.
Jaffet. I can hear you. Good morning.
Morning. What is our governor saying?
Nobody has said anything since I joined.
Our governor is on the line now. Let us say something.
Okay.
Her Excellency, the governor of our class. Talk now.
Okay, good morning, class. Sorry, I was on call with the HOD, the course lecturer, and he told me he will join us soon, that he's in the VC's office. As soon as he's done, he will come to address us. And he also said this is not supposed to be a class, that we are not supposed to receive lecture on this particular course, but he will come to address us soon. That's what he said.
It's okay now. So if it is not a class, then a chart would have been dropped so as to read and assimilate. Questions we have would have presented it to him in the class. Just as yesterday we were trying to, he was trying to introduce the course. You drop the module or how it is the class, the course is being carried out. The questions you have are asking. But anyway, nevertheless, hence he didn't prepare for that. Morning, my dear sister. Yeah, morning, ma.
He actually did that, and he said he was coming to meet with us today to talk more on how we are going to achieve the practicum. That's what he said. So I just spoke with him and where he is. So he will join us soon to address us. So let's stay tuned, please.
It's all right. Thank you. Thank you for all the updates you have gathered for us.
Thank you, my able deputy, sir.
Are you past?
Thank you, ma'am. I think Mr. Jaffet.
Yes.
I think very soon we'll look for somebody that will be speaker. The speaker of the class.
Oh, okay. You're already the speaker now. You don't know.
No. My power
Joseph is the speaker.
Joseph,
the class speaker.
Look for a stakeholder. Maybe we'll give that to Samson Enyi.
Okay, and Dende is there, you call it. Good morning.
Yes, and
morning, my people.
We'll look for member of the committee, and Bashir will be their chairman.
Bashir, where you do salad? Bashir, where do
salad?
No communicate class. Oh, give Precious.
I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that.
At least Precious.
Okay, Precious should be in the committee, right?
It's all right. Yeah. I think Precious promised you recharge card. Have you what?
No. We are going to use it to cook food.
Okay. That would be good.
Where is Samson? Come and talk.
Good morning.
Samson will join later.
And Stephen,
you will leave your mic. Samson,
Stephen,
this when you leave your mic on. Leave your mic on now.
We have a new classmate, Stephen. He has never said anything in this class, so he should unmute his mic and talk to us. Let us know him.
Please, what is happening? Every class governor.
Good morning, Madam Chidima. Since you are just joining us, I have addressed the class and The lecturer said we should hold on a while, that he's with the VC of the school. And as soon as he's done, he will address us. That's what he said. So we are just interacting.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome, ma. Hello, everyone. Please, in order not to keep waiting and wasting our data, I think I have to call him again. Maybe we just have to leave the class. When he's ready, we'll join again. How about that?
All right, it's okay. It's okay, man.
Okay, in that case, let's stay tuned on our WhatsApp platform. Whenever he's ready, I'll let us know, then we can join the class again.
Okay, so good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Are
sir.
you there? Morning.
Morning,
Good
sir.
morning.
Good morning,
Uh,
sir.
that is a problem when your HOD is your lecturer. We have a meeting with the VC from 10, and the meeting is even rescheduled to 12. We have a college board that is going on right now. So what I intend to do is just to use 20 minutes. There's just something I want you to know, so that by the time you go to the field, you should be able to know what you are going there to do. So I will allow Dr. Zevi to come in tomorrow so that he will show you the questionnaire and what you are supposed to go and do. Class rep, have you grouped your mates?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. You have done the groupings. Then post it on the platform so that I will see and everybody will see this platform that I'm on. All right. So
Okay, sir.
yesterday we were discussing about social impact and social risk, because this topic, this course is a practical course. We're not supposed to be doing lectures in it. We're not supposed to be writing exams in it. So you are supposed to go out there and do what we call social impact assessment of development projects or any other project at all. So we want you to understand what we mean by social impact, and then what we mean by social risk and how you can measure them. That's why we're interacting. All right, so yesterday we discussed a bit about social impact, and let me try to, all right, so we said social impacts are the direct consequences of a project. All right. So can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So this one gives a clear definition of social impact and social risk, and that we say these terms, some people think they are the same, but they are not the same. In terms of project, they are not the same. And we say impacts. Doga, who is Doga now? Why are you making noise? All right, so we say impacts refer to the consequences that are more certain from planned activities. They are more predictable, they are measurable and avoidable. They are avoidable. You know, these are the direct consequences of a planned project or a policy. These are the things that you're sure will occur, will take place because of the project. So by the time you are doing a project, you know that this thing must happen. It's not a guess work, or it's not a maybe. It is something that must happen because of that project. It could be positive, it could be negative. So, and that's why we say they also could be avoidable. You can decide to avoid them because you know them. All right. So we say examples or impacts include loss of land or employment. If we are going to build a road or a hospital or a school or even a borehole, you are going to take land from people. because these things are not built in the air. So that's a direct consequence of the project. It must happen. Some people will lose employment. Maybe they were using that land for income purposes, so they will not be using it again. Loss of access to public facilities like markets also has direct consequence. I mean, a direct consequence of a development project or activity. This is just an example. There are so many things. All right, that's why I was, this is just to broaden your thinking so that by the time you go out, you should be able to note, or you can sit down yourself and analyze and note that if you are to do this kind of project, these are the types of impacts that the people will feel because of the project. And the impacts, I told you, they are positive and they are also negative. All right. So, but risk, we say they are probabilistic in nature and hence are less predictable and are often not under the control of the planners. These are the things that may or may not happen as a result of the project. So that's what we call risk. Risk. I think this is clear. Risk and impact of a project. You don't do a project because of the risk. So, like we were giving examples yesterday, if you are building a hospital in the community, what are the possible risks that you are going to face as a result of bringing that project to that community? So, Joseph Odu. Joseph Odu, you are taking a hospital, a clinic to a community. So what are the possible risks that you think that project will bring? Joseph, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Joseph is.
I am.
No, I mean Joseph Odu. Joseph Odu is not there. What of Japhet Doga? Japhet is also not there. Ruth. Is Ruth there? Nani Grace.
Okay,
Nani
sir.
Grace.
Yes, sir.
Are
Thank
you
you so
there?
much.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
So if
Thank
you
you.
are to take a project, a clinic to a community, what
Yes,
do you
sir.
think are the possible risks that that project will bring to that community? Not impact now, risk.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Okay. The risks that is involved. Okay, so in terms of the projects, because some lands will be lost in the process of it. So in clearing up the land and all that, in the process, maybe people, for instance, if there is a water, maybe like a stream along that, and that maybe the community gets proper engagement is not done, they might not really get information in regards to those that uses maybe the particular place, maybe the stream, for instance, and in the process, some things can arise, you know, maybe like dispute and all that. And again, they might use some chemicals that will go into the land. For instance, if it's a fertile land that people uses it to farm and all, there might be some chemicals that will go into the land and cause pollution. And in the process of developing the structure and all, the noise might, for instance, if there are people living around that particular place, the noise can actually cause issues to people around that particular place. And when the project is done, if the waste is not properly managed, it can also cause hazard to people's health and also to the land. If it's not properly disposed, it can bring a lot of pollution in the environment. Some can be chemical, some can be chemical pollution.
All right, so let me, you are assuming, you are bringing too many assumptions. We're talking about a clinic. So if you are taking a clinic to a place, there are some activities that you do. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
As if you are taking a clinic to a place, a locality, there are some activities you do. So when you are talking, be certain, don't be assuming that this one, maybe they use chemical, maybe they use this. No, be certain. That's why it's not assumption. When you are carrying out a project, you sit down and identify the risk, the possible risk that you know this project will bring. I think you mentioned something there of disputes. Disputes. Yes, of course. You know, sometimes when these things, when they are bringing these things to places, if care is not taken, people will rise up fighting among themselves about the share of this and that and that. So it's possible that that is a risk. That is a risk also that should be taken, well thought of. Yeah, but there are some risks that are glaring that you should note. If you are taking a hospital to a place, a clinic, the people that are going to do the contract, you know, some of them may likely start molesting some girls. Is it molesting or which language will I use now? Abusing some women. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
This may, this is likely, it may happen, it may not. But these are the things these are the risks that you have to start thinking. That if care is not taken, new people are coming into the community, and then they may likely touch some girls and may bring unwanted pregnancies. It may lead to early marriages. Do you understand? And because of the clinic,
yes, sir,
the population of that community might increase because people may be coming. The community is open now. So people may be coming in, people may migrate from other communities to that place. And you have more people in that community. So overpopulation may come in, which may cause disputes over scarce natural resources available in the community. I think when we are talking about stream or water, if people migrate to that community, many people migrate to that community, water may be a challenge. That's another point. Another point is that as many people troop into that community, the issue of theft. Do you understand?
yes, sir.
So these are the risks. These things may
Sir,
happen
what
or they
about
may not.
insecurity?
What?
So I say, what about insecurity? Because
And
if
that
they
is,
are
it is
tripping
now.
into that,
If
okay,
there's theft, that's insecurity now.
okay, thank you.
Insecurity may also happen. Do you understand?
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Good morning, sir. Sorry, you called me earlier, but I was talking, but nobody could hear me.
Talk what you want to talk.
I just want to, for the one of the risks, I just want to ask if that actually is a risk. When you are taking
Okay.
a clinic to a particular place, maybe people displaced from that
That is not a
environment, is
risk.
it a risk?
That is not a
Okay,
risk.
okay.
It's something that must
Okay, sir.
happen. Do you understand?
Okay, sir.
You are going to build the clinic on a land which belongs to somebody. Do you understand? Which means some people will be displaced.
Okay.
That's why,
Okay.
so it's not a risk.
Okay, sir.
That's why you will sit down and plan. This land am I going to buy the land, or the community is donating land? How are you getting the land? Because you are going to displace people. So you have to try to look at the compensational measures. That is not a risk. It's an impact. If people were selling on that land,
okay.
maybe some women were frying akara in the evening around that place, and you are taking the land and displacing them. That is not a risk. It's an impact. It's project impact.
Okay,
Because
sir.
it's something you know that will happen. When it comes to risk, you are not too sure.
Okay.
It may happen, it may not. But it's good to think over
May
them.
not happen. Okay.
Yes, it's good to think over them and then plan ahead in case it happens. That's why you see people, if they take a like they take a clinic to a community, you see then they will build a police post or a security post. By the time they are building that, there's no insecurity yet. But because of the risk they are thinking about that may occur because of many people trooping into that community or migrating to that community, they will start providing mitigative measures by providing a security post. So everything that you are not sure that will happen, it may happen, it may not. That's a risk. But the things you are sure, 100% sure that will happen to the people, that is what we call impact, project impact. I want to make this so clear so that you will understand what social impacts are and social risk are. And like we said yesterday, all social risks are negative. I was saying that some people say positive risk, and I wanted the person to give me an example of a positive risk. But nobody has ever given me an example of a positive risk. Because risk is a negative thing, something that is there to hinder you from doing something. So that if you are afraid of doing it, then you fail. But if you take that, that's what the people in finance, they say, take the risk. If you are investing, your money may go, it may go. But if you take the risk to invest, that if it go, it goes. That's a risk. All right, but for projects, we're talking about those things that may arise because of the project or may not. But the ones that you are sure, 100% sure the project is going to bring to the people, those are impacts. And they could be positive, they could be negative. The positive impact of the project is that what? Or clinic to a community, they will have access to health. Abi? And because of the project, the project there, normally when you are building such projects, you do water and lights. So the people will have access to water. They will have access to lights to come and charge their phones. So those are positive impacts of a project. And if they do road to the community because of the clinic, the people will have good access roads. Those are all positive impacts. of a clinic. All right, any question?
No, sir.
No questions. Okay, so is my screen still shared?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so we say what is social impact? And then we say social impacts are changes to one or more of the following. Are we together? So
Yes, sir.
people's way of life. That is how the people live, how they work, how they play, how they interact with one another in a day-to-day, on a day-to-day basis in a community. If you are bringing a project and the project is going to change people's way of life, social impact has occurred. Or their culture. Your project, that is, culture is their shared belief, what they believe, their customs, their values, their language or dialect. So if the project is going to change this, to cause a change in this, it means social impact has occurred. Their community is cohesion, stability, character, services, and facilities. Once your project causes a change in the community of the people in terms of the stability of the community, the services, the facilities they have in the community. For instance, a place you want to do your project is where they used to gather, people used to gather and play draft or play daft. Is it daft or what's it? So if your project is going to change that, maybe you are taking that place from them to build. You know, you have caused a social change, a social impact, because that they will not have those activities. So it means you have to plan on how to provide that as well. Then their political systems. That is the extent to which people are able to participate in decisions that affect their lives, the level of democratization that is taking place, and the resources provided for this purpose. Once your project or your policy is causing a change in that, we say social impact has occurred. Or their environment, the quality of air. Somebody was talking about pollution. If you are coming to do construction, you know there's pollution in the air. If you are not care, it's not taking, there's water pollution. All those things. Once there's a change in that environment, social impact has occurred. Their health and well-being. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, social, and spiritual well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So if your project or your policy is going to touch or have a change in the health and well-being of people, it means social impact has occurred. Also, their personal and property rights, particularly whether people are economically affected or experience personal disadvantage, which may include violation of their civil liberties. Once this happens, social impact has occurred. All right, so these are just examples of what you know as as a social impact of a project. So it's not just physical things. It's not just land. It's not just taking their economic activities, livelihoods. It's not just that. It's not just taking their buildings and limiting their access to markets. It's not just that. But all these things were mentioned: their way of life, their culture, their health, their environment, their property rights, once there's a distortion in any of these, social impact has occurred. And it's good that you note all of this so that you will go to the field to do assessment. So, social impact assessment. Social impact assessment, we say, is a process of obtaining. All right, before I go to this, is there any question about social impact and social risk? Is it clearly understood? If I mention any project, will you be able to give me the possible potential risk and impact of that project? Hello, I hope I'm not talking to myself.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we are hearing.
Okay, so what I ask is that if I give you any project now, will you be able to identify social impact of that project and then social risk of the project?
Yes, sir.
Will you? Okay, so we can move ahead, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll now talk about assessment. Assessment of those impacts now. You know, when social impact assessments are supposed to be done before executing a project, it's just like environmental impact assessment. When you are to get a contract that has to do with the environment, buildings, constructions, and the rest, you are required to do EIA, environmental impact assessment. How is this project going to impact on the environment and how you intend to mitigate the impact, reduce the impact? So, it is noted over the years that social impacts of projects are not normally done. People do environmental impact assessment. They sit in their office anywhere and do it. But social impact assessment is not what you do in the office. It is what you go to the field to do. If you desire to do a project in a community, you are supposed to carry out social impact assessment and cost it, quantify the impact and cost it, and add the cost to the cost of the project. So it's not something that is done after the project. We're not talking about, you know, this impact that is done after we say the project is 5 years. When a project is 5 years, you come and do the impact of that project to the community. That is not the type of impact we're talking about. Social impacts, these are the potential impacts of the projects. So it's what you do before the project implementation commences. All right. So it refers to the process of obtaining, analyzing, and utilizing socially relevant information to improve the overall effectiveness of planned development activities. You can see planned. So it's not something that is done after the project is executed. Because it is discovered that if social impact is not done properly, you will not succeed in the project. That's why there are so many issues in projects today. You start doing a project and before you know, you start hearing people bringing grievances, people protesting, you know, that they took our land, they did not compensate us appropriately, they did this one, did this one. As we talk, the land that Joseph Sawo and Taka University is situated on, there are up to 4 communities that are taking the university to court, disputing over the land. And the issue is simple, that there were some things that the government was supposed to do to them and did not do, that the compensation was not done appropriately. So, but if social impact assessment is done and documented, and implemented, you discover that some of these issues will be less. I know that human behavior is not static. Human behavior is contingent. It changes. Yes, it changes. What somebody tells you in the morning, if you come in the afternoon, he will say, "I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind." But a proper SIA, social impact assessment, will reduce some of these noises if duly implemented. That's why it's important to do social impact assessment. It will tell you who has land that is to be taken, what's the size of the land, what's the value of the land, the building that is taken, what's the size, how many, what's the value, the businesses that are taken, all these things you value and you quantify them and you value them. That's why we're saying it's a process of obtaining. That is, you go and obtain the socially relevant information. You go and obtain, and you come and analyze, attach value to them, and then you use. And this is to improve the overall effectiveness of a plan development activity. So that's what we are. That's what you are going to do. You are going to obtain information about some projects. If I ask you to go to underpass at high level and identify the social impacts and the social risk and quantify them and attach value to them, you will do that. This is done so that you will weigh. The essence of this is to weigh the positive impacts and the negative impacts of a project and risk. If the negative impacts and the risk of a project are so much more than the positive impact, it means you have to look for alternative. You have to leave it. Because a development project is one that is supposed to build people up, not to come and make people more vulnerable. So if the risk and the negative impacts of a project far overwhelm the positive distance, why do it? Why will you do something that the bad things are more than the good things? So that's the essence of SIA. So that you will compare and know, is this project worth doing? Can we look for alternatives? That's where we are. So we give you, we help you to give you some questionnaire, some questions that will help you to go out to some project. We'll give you some projects to go out to, and then you ask these questions and get the data and quantify them and compare in the end to advise government, even if we're not okay, to advise me, because the government will not be there. But you can as well do this and publish. So that's where we are. Any question before I go?
From my end, no question from my end, sir.
Is it understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Dr. Zevi, I will speak with him. He will arrange the questionnaire and show you more what you are supposed to go out and do. But I think by now you have idea of what you are doing. So you will come back, you will go to the field, collect data, you come back and analyze it. You will write the introduction, you will write the objectives up to methodology and results. So that's what you are going to do. And then you come and make presentation. You will do presentation. Maybe we'll do this immediately after exams, or okay, we'll do it after exams so that you have time to write your this thing. So that is that. Class rep, you will give me lists of people who are here. Those who I was calling their names and didn't answer means they are not in the class. So thank you. If there's no question for me, then it's I call it a day.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, I have a question, please.
All right, go ahead. Chidima.
Yes, sir. It's concerning the assignment that you just gave, sir.
Which assignment?
The assignment that you intend to give us after exams, sir.
It is no assignment. This is the course you are doing. That's what you are going to do in this course.
Okay. Oh.
That is what you are doing. They will group you into, I told her to group you four per group. So we'll send you to some projects. You will go and check this social impact and risk of that project to the community. And you will quantify the positive impacts and the negative impacts and the risk, and you will add monetary value to it, so that in the end you will compare and show us that this project is worth doing because the positive impacts are far, far better than the negative impacts. Or if it is something that you feel that in the future it will yield more positive impact, though now the harms are much, you will see advise us. Like some policies of the Tinubu administration that they tell us that now we're suffering, but in the future it's better for us. You will advise us.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the clarification.
If I ask you to give me the positive and negative impacts and risk of subsidy removal, fuel subsidy removal policy, I think you should know what are the direct impacts of that policy and what are the risks involved in that policy. Is that not so?
It is, sir.
All right, so thank you. Any other question? So I call it a day. Thank you. Class rep, you give me list of attendance of people who attended class today and yesterday. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
We are even supposed to snap. Class rep, can you snap? Let everybody on their video. Let me see their faces. Just on your video so that we'll see. Many people have gone. Even the class rep herself is not here again.
We are here, sir.
I mean, the class rep, Lizzie is not here. There are 13 people and I can't see them all. All right,
yes.
So I will speak with Dr. Zevi. He will come tomorrow with the questionnaire, the questions that you are supposed to go and ask, and he will show you. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, and it's a day.
Have a nice day, sir.
What about the snapshot? Has it been taken? What about the snapshot? Has it been taken?
No, I don't think he will take that one again. He was calling class governor, but we didn't
So
hear
we can
from
leave,
her.
Abi. Can we leave?
Yes, yes, the lecturer.
Okay, the lecture is over, Abi.
Yes.
For today. For today.
Yes, it's over for today. He said we invite the other person for tomorrow.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
All right. We enter
Then they end the meeting, end the class. Then they.